Good morning, another day. Ready to get into this. I'm going to put this up on the mill. I came out the other day and masked up, painted this gloss black. So that comes up, it's come up alright, and I sprayed some penetrating oil on a piece of paper towel and just rubbed it on this just to stop the rust, flash rust. So it'll come up quite nice. Let me get this up on the mill. I've cleaned up there, packed away all my clamps and stuff. I mean, I'm a messy bastard and I make a hell of a mess, but I always keep my clamp kit together. Nothing more annoying than not being able to find stuff to clamp things down. So I'm going to bring it up, sit on here, work out what I'm going to do, and when I've got it bolted down ready to go, I'll bring you back. Stay tuned. Alright, I've got that bolted down. It did buckle a little bit, but it's not too bad yet. I let it sit flat and there's a washer under there, and a bit of packing, which is an old ruler I chopped up under there, same under there, and just a bit of a washer there. But I put the digital level on it, on the table that way, and I put it on there, and they're fine, and this way as well. So it doesn't really matter too much as long as these two are the same, because I've got plenty of leeway with the rest of it. So I'll put you in the stand and then we'll start machining. I'm going to have to do that one first and then wind the table back and bring the head forward to do this side, but I'll just set me 0 on that and we'll be fine. Stay tuned. Alright, let's do this. Let's see what I know about kicking the tripod and work within what I've got here. I've just touched here. I'm just going to take maybe 1/4 mil and then just take the whole cut and see how badly it's bent. Yeah, let's do it. Looked like it took a little bit more off that end and off that outside, but that's fine. That's the whole idea of doing this. But I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to take another 1/2 mil and then we'll set it up to do this side. Just back it off a little bit. I apologise for the shadows before too. I've moved the light, so I'm not walking around in front of it. So, but you get that. As I said before, when it comes to shitty videos, I'm your man. Let's do it. doing about 100 millimetres, 110 millimetres per minute feed. Alright, now I'll switch off and I'll move you over to the side so you can see what I'm doing, and then we'll get started. Let me widen you out, so I'll move it over and then we'll get started on this one. Stay tuned. Now I apologise if I step in front of the light, but I have to put this somewhere because there's not a lot of room. This ratchet's playing up to. And what we do, just put that on there if I can get it. Alright. That, let me bring you over here and try and do this smoothly so I don't give you bloody right. Now as you can see, oh, this tripod, seriously pissing me off. Right, now, as you can see, we've moved it right in. Let me centerise that. Centerise, is that a word? Centre that cutter. Move me light. No, that's not me light. That's me light. See how we go. I don't know, I don't think it might want to chat up. I might have to take smaller cuts. I'll have to be very gentle. That's still got a weakness in it. Well, as you can see, it's each end. Well, no, you can't because I've got you zoomed all the way in. Hang on, let me widen you out a bit. About the same there as there is. Oh, a little bit less on that end. So let's just show this one bent a bit. That one wasn't too bad, and I've still got 3/4 of a mil to come off, so that should be pretty close. Let's finish it. bring it a little bit closer. Let me just see if I can. Oh, this bloody camera is a pain in the bum. There we go. All right, let's do it. Alright, it's almost cleaned up. It's touched all the way along, but there's still a little bit this side and some that side. And I've got half a mil to come off, so that'll make it pretty close to the other side. Yeah, and as you can see by the back cut, the amount of spring cut it's taken. I'll run it backwards and show you. I don't know if you can see that spring cut, but let me zoom in a little bit. You can just see here. It's taking a little bit, so that is bouncing. You can tell it's bouncing, but let me go back. We've still got another half a mil to go. done, I took the spring cut going back. As you can, I don't know if you can see, it's hard to tell in the viewfinder. You can see where it had all sorts of weird harmonics going, because when I put that bottle of water in there to show you how much it was jumping around. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is put the head back where it's supposed to be. Turn this over, I'll grab the flap wheel, just deburr the edges, and then I'll turn it over and get it ready to machine this out. And I might take a little bit out of both sides, and I might even clean up that, because there's plenty of penetration in that weld, and everything's got to be bolted down to it. That's not have to hold anything in place at all. So let me sort this out and I'll bring you back. Alright, I've got him set up. Took a little bit of doing because I couldn't work out what I was doing wrong. I couldn't get it square, but it's within 0.1 now, so, but I've marked it. That's where I'm going to have to cut in. So I'm going to have to take it back a bit. I need to get probably 15 or so millimeters out of it, but what I'm going to do is take out probably 10 mil of that, come over here and take 5 mil out of this side. Now I'm only going to do the same, only up to here. There's enough there to take out. Then I'm going to, once I swing it around to do that, then I'm going to clean this up as well. It should be fine. I had trouble setting that up. That's bouncing like a mother, but I'm not machining out here. So it's clamping, and it's sort of past the end of it, so I may even be putting a slight bend on, but that's okay. It'll spring back. So let me set you up, and I'll do a little bit more measuring, and we'll start cutting. Alright, let's see how we go. It's going to be close. Worst case scenario is I might have to turn it over and machine a little bit off the mounting blocks underneath, but I should be fine. I should make it. Let's see how we go. If I've got you in a good spot, because I've got to reach past you, don't I? Hang on a sec, let me put you in another position. Alright, let's see how we go, eh? Turn that all the way down. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to take with each cut, but we'll see. Shall we? Right, what I'm going to try and do, and I might regret it, but I might not, I'm going to try climb milling back up. That way I can cut both directions. I don't have to spend a lot of time rooting around, fast traversing everything. So let's see how we travel, eh? See if I can do it without killing it. give me a second, I'm going to speed this up. Having coolant and carbide, I should be able to go a lot faster, and then that way I can up my feed as well. So just hang on a sec, I'll bring you back when I'm done. I don't need to video this because I'm likely to carry on like a lunatic. Hang on a sec.
3 days later.
Alright. It's now Wednesday morning. No belts. When they rang me Friday, they said they should be here Monday. I rang them yesterday, they said they should have been here yesterday. Still nothing. So I'm a little bit pissed off because it's holding me up, but anyway, I've been doing other things. I ordered these. This is now, Australia Post has really done themselves proud. I ordered these yesterday at 1:30 in the afternoon, and they just arrived, and I paid for express post. Usually it says 2 to 3 days for express. For here it usually takes at least 3 days, but here we are, far less than 24 hours later, and they've arrived. So I've got some decent mills. I'm going to chew through those shitty eBay ones first. They're the Kyocera, they're good ones. They last for ages. So I'm going to just chew through the rest of them first. And I bought a couple more carbide end mills, but these are 10 mils, so they're 8. A little bit bigger, I might be able to work them just a little bit harder. I could have got 12s, but I just didn't want to spend too much. I'm already in enough trouble. So yeah, they'll be put away. What I've done today is I've mucked around, and you see those hooks? I got sick to death of tripping over power cords, particularly when I'm using that hoist or when I'm going to move my lights around. So I made some bloody hooks and screwed them to the roof. So it gets everything out of the road. That's a good thing. And at the moment I'm just playing with the shears. I took them off and deburred them, like the shithouse job. So I deburred them, just hit this front edge with a half-round file just lightly. And I'm making the bracket that'll bolt onto, or weld I should say, onto the top of the on the top of the, what's the name of that bloody thing I'm making? The shredder. But I want to make it so it's removable. So I think I've jumped the gun a little bit here. What I might do is make a sleeve that goes over that bolts into, and then I'll cut that off. I don't need it to be quite that big. And then make something that'll slip over it, so you just slide it on and still use it. So it's removable. I want it to be removable. Or even, actually it's probably not a bad idea. Weld a plate on the side of the shredder with a slot in it, and cut this out a little bit so that it drops into a slot. So when you're pulling on it, you're going to be pulling on it that way. It's not going to go anywhere. So I thought I'll strip them off and give them a touch up. Yeah, even the cutting edges were ordinary, but I mean you can't expect too much. Like I said, it's eBay crap, made in China. So I'm just dressing it a little bit. I mean, it's only going to cut soft metal, so wire and cables and pipes and shit. So, well, actually wire and pipe, or even the plastics, because I know Big Stack wants to use the shredder to cut up his plastics when he's stripped a lot of wire, so it takes up less room in his recycle bin. So yeah, so I might fiddle with that today, and I'll get this video off and upload it, I think, because I was going to finish that base first, but I'll get this up just so I've got a follow-up video. I don't want to leave it for too long like I have been. Yeah, so you know, this is still sitting here waiting. It's so annoying. Even if the belts do show up sometime this afternoon, even I might come out, put them on and get ready to tear into it in the morning. Change that cutter. Put a brand new 10mm. Hang on. Yeah, it's a little bit, just a little bit bigger, but it's brand new, and I can probably ramp the speed and the feed up a little bit because, you know, the 8mm ones will snap easier than the 10, but would have been better for 12. But the biggest I can get through Machinery House is 10. No, I'll get 12, sorry, the biggest I can get is 12. I wouldn't mind a bigger one if I could get them, but, and I had a look on eBay and searched for Kennametal for carbides, and you can't get them. So, you put carbide end mills, and they're all from China. Every single one of them. So, that one will do for now anyway. And as I said, I'm just going to put those aside and use the cheap shit first. Because once I've machined this, once I start bolting this together, I'm going to start doing like I did before and spend one day on this and then one day machining. I'm going to make another anvil. So, I've got 2 down there that I don't know if you can see those. 2 down there underneath that other piece of scrap. And I've got a big piece outside there too, so I can make more. So I make these and then I sell them. That'll help cover the cost of me stuff that I've got to buy, these tooling. I said this is these 2 end mills and that, and these are on sale. Cost me $230. So the wife doesn't know yet, but she will when she does banking later. So yeah, but they'll do the job better. So, you know, I'm just frustrated because it looks pretty good like that, doesn't it? I was going to put a cable reel up there or something, but I thought if I'm using this, I can just bring the cord and just hang it over those first 2 for that to just whirl around here. Yeah, and it saves me tripping over the bloody cord all the time. I nearly went arse over it the other day, did me lolly, started throwing stuff. But anyway, today I've cleaned up a little bit, packed some stuff away, cleaned up some swarf. I'm trying to get hold of some metal drums that I can put the swarf in. And I'll just store up a couple of metal drums and take it to the tip, because for steel, shit like that, they don't charge for it. So either that or I'll put it in a bloody big drum and stick some water and some acid in or something and eat it down. Because once that rusts, that'll collapse. Anyway, yeah, because I need to clean that out too. There's a stack in there for when I machine those discs. Yeah. So I'll carry on with these shears, and when I've done that, I'll come back and, like I said, then if those belts haven't arrived, I'll go in and get this video down. Well, look what just showed up. My belts. Hello bloody Lulia. And you can tell I've held them up against this one, and this one's stretched or it's too big, but that's the old one and the new one. You can see the difference in the thickness. See how far it's worn down. So I'm going to go fit those now and try it. I mean, it's getting a bit late now, and I don't want to leave this like that, so I'll go and fit these, make sure I can tension them, and once I've done that, I'll come back and finish this, and then we'll come back and have a chat. Alright, I've got the belts on. I thought I'll give it a go, and I'm impressed. That is tearing stuff off. Let me get it going. The first time across, I took 2mm. When I come back, I climbed it and took 1mm, did it easy. Now I'm going back the other way, I've taken 3mm. So let me start her up. Ripping it off. More water. Alright, I don't know, I think that's going to be close. Just let me get the ruler. I had to stick my ugly head in front of the camera. Let's see what we got. I might take it a little bit more. Just another 2 mil. I've got enough there. I've got material. I'll do that. And then I will probably call it a day. Yeah. Alright, that's as far as I'm going to go with that. That looks pretty good. Still not quite what I need to, but I've got room here. I've only got another couple of mil. Hang on. Right, now you can see. I've got some under here I can get rid of. So that's what I will do. And just started raining. So that's come up really good. I'm going to go and have some lunch. It's well after lunch now. And get this video off. I'll finish those shears off tomorrow. Yeah, I'll come out and clean this off, turn this around. So I'll do this side and in here. Now it should start to take shape. Finally, it's amazing how well things go when you've got the right tooling. And those can of metal bits, bloody brilliant. Not sponsored, I wish I was. And it's not slipping anymore because I tightened it up when I changed the belts. I tightened up the quill inside. And it's running about 1,300 RPM, and it was about between 50 and 60 mils a minute. Probably could have gone even a little bit quicker when I was conventional milling, because it was eating it up and it was spitting chips out everywhere. I've got them all over the floor here, so that's cutting really, really nice, and you can tell just looking at those how well they've cut. Got to be careful of that shit too, it's like needles. So I'm going to pack up, call it a day, go inside and have something to eat, and then edit this and get it up. And we'll start another one tomorrow when I start machining this. And then we'll be marking it out to drill the holes to mount the... well, once that's machined, I'm going to weld just a couple of little legs on it, just tack them on, so I can sit on my bench there and work on that. So yeah, so stay tuned for the next one, and finally some good news and some moving forward. So thanks for hanging around for those of you that do, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, as usual, stay safe. Peace.